Hey there! Welcome to Traveling Kangaroo. I'm so excited to have you here as we dive into the wonders of Crete, Greece. So, if you're in the mood for ancient palaces, epic hikes, unreal beaches, and food that will totally change the way you travel, then stick around with me for the next 15 minutes. I'm about to take you through the 10 best things to do on this island in 2025. We'll cover practical tips, timing, and those little local secrets that make Crete unforgettable. All right, let's jump in. We're starting with a place that feels like myth come to life, the Palace of Knossos. As you walk these ruins, you're literally treading the foundations of the Minoan civilization, which is one of Europe's oldest. Picture bright red columns, colorful frescoes, massive staircases, and a layout that inspired legends like the Minotaur and Labyrinth. Go early in the morning to beat the heat and the crowds. Make sure to bring sun protection, and either an audio guide or a local guide. The stories and context will unlock details you won't notice on your own. Spend at least 1 to 2 hours here and let your imagination run wild about what life looked like 3,500 years ago. If you're a history enthusiast, Knossos will feel like coming home. Next up, Samaria Gorge. This is Crete's signature outdoor adventure and definitely a must for hikers. The trail cuts through the White Mountains for about 16 kilometers, starting at the Omelos Plateau and ending at the Libyan Sea. You can expect dramatic cliffs, pine forests, a deserted village or two, and the famous narrow stretch known as the Iron Gates where the canyon walls squeeze close. It's mostly downhill, but don't underestimate the strain on your knees. Wear sturdy shoes, pack plenty of water and snacks, and aim to start early. The reward? You finish the hike in the village of Agia Rumeli, where you can jump straight into the sea and relax before catching a ferry. It's a full day, full body, full beauty experience you'll remember for years. Chania Old Town is next on the list, a place where Venetian elegance, Ottoman touches, and island life mix perfectly. You can lose any need for a map and just wander. Narrow lanes open onto unexpected squares, colorful buildings lean over cobbled streets, and the semicircular harbor is lined with cafes and restaurants. Don't miss the 16th century lighthouse standing proud at the end of the breakwater. Chania is great at sunset. The light makes the water sparkle and the whole town glow. Sit down for a freddo espresso, watch the boats, and let the city do the entertaining. Now imagine pale pink sand and shallow turquoise water stretching in front of you. That's Elafonissi Beach. Located on Crete's southwestern tip, Elafonissi can feel like a tropical daydream. Parts of the beach are protected nature reserve, so you'll find stretches that are wild and untouched, and other areas with sunbeds if you prefer comfort. The water is shallow and warm, perfect for families or anyone who wants to float and soak. It can get crowded in peak season, so arrive early or plan a late afternoon visit to enjoy the magic without the masses. If you loved that, Balos Lagoon is another beach that will steal your breath. Think heart-shaped bay, white sand meeting crystalline turquoise water, and rugged hills framing the scene. You can reach Balos by boat from Knossos, or hike down from a parking area for an amazing clifftop view before you hit the sand. It's a protected area with almost no loud beach bars or heavy development. Bring water, snacks, and a hat. Once you're there, slow swims and ankle-deep turquoise are in order. This is one of those postcard places that actually looks better in person. A Rethymno Old Town keeps the historic and relaxed vibe going. Imagine Venetian buildings, colorful alleys, and Ottoman minarets peeking through. It's honestly like walking inside a storybook. The Fortezza, a 16th century fortress, overlooks the town and offers just beautiful views of the sea. Rethymno is quieter than Chania, but, it's no less charming. Local shops, handmade goods, olive oil soaps, and cozy tavernas make it ideal for a slow afternoon of wandering and eating. If you want a bit less tourist buzz with full-on atmosphere, Rethymno is your spot. For a different kind of Cretan magic, head to Lutro on the south coast. This tiny whitewashed village has no roads and no cars. You arrive by boat or on foot. And honestly, the pace slows to something like perfect. The harbor is lined with tavernas where grilled fish and a cold beer are served with the clearest, calmest sea you've ever seen. Kayak, swim, or simply sit on a terrace as the light changes on the water. 1 hour here can feel like a whole day. Stay overnight if you can. Lutro's quiet charm is best savored without a schedule. Close to Rethymno, Arkadi Monastery is not just beautiful, it's deeply moving. Set among olive groves, its courtyard and Venetian-style church make for a peaceful visit. The monastery is a powerful historical symbol from the 19th century resistance against Ottoman forces. Many locals chose to die rather than surrender. Walk slowly, visit the small museum, and take a moment to reflect. It's one of those places where history lands on you, quiet and heavy, and really stays with you after you leave. Seitan Limania is our hidden cove pick. It's dramatic, narrow, and just stunningly blue. The inlet is carved between these steep cliffs, and honestly, it feels like a secret, even though it's gotten more popular lately. You'll need to navigate a winding drive and then make a short steep descent to reach the small pebble beach. There are no facilities here, so definitely bring water, snacks, and sun protection. The water is impossibly clear and perfect for swimming or just floating around. The setting is raw and dramatic, so if you like nature that feels a little wild, Seitan Limania really delivers. Finally, one of the very best things about Crete isn't a place at all. It's the food and the people. Head inland to these family-run mountain tavernas for honest, generous Cretan cooking. Think olive oil, wild herbs, mountain greens, local cheese, and slow-cooked meats. Villages like Arkanis, Anogeia, and Zaros are just full of small tavernas where the owner might bring you a dish you didn't even order and pour a round of recomelo or the local spirit. These meals are slow, social, and packed with flavor. So skip the tourist strips and just follow your nose into the villages. You'll leave full and maybe even a little bit in love. Okay, quick practical tips before we wrap up. Plan early starts for archaeological sites and hikes to avoid the heat and crowds. Always carry sun protection, water, and snacks for those remote beaches. Wear proper shoes for Samaria and the cliff hikes. And consider staying a night or two in quieter spots like Lutro or a mountain village to really soak in that island vibe. For Balos and Elafonissi, plan your transport ahead. Boat schedules and parking spots can fill up fast in high season. Thanks for exploring Crete with Traveling Kangaroo. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to subscribe to Traveling Kangaroo. Follow us on social media and visit travelingkangaroo.com for more travel tips, itineraries, and local recommendations. See you on the next adventure. And until then, happy travels from Traveling Kangaroo.